Lights down low, projector glows bright. Average home data on Friday night. Heat vision's on. Jungle hunt's begun, ranking predator one by one. From the OG in 87 to the new blood dropping from heaven. Claws and plasma, who takes the crown? Producer Nick and Nelson, break it all down. Predator rankings, who's the king? Arnold started the whole thing. Hits and misses, we don't pretend. Tracking hunters to the end. From the jungle to the streets. From the jungle to the streets. We're reviewing all beats. We're reviewing all beats. Average home theaters call. Average home. We hunt them down and rank them all. We hunt them down and rank them all. City streets, an alien gang. Every sequel stakes is claim. Some go hard, some fall flat. We call it straight, no fluff, just the facts. So click play and put down your phone. Which Predator movie is gonna take the throne?
Whoa, that was groovy.
Is it live? Are we live?
Are we live?
Are we live?
We'll do it live. So okay,
yeah.
well, out of the two AVP movies,
Yes. Yeah.
which one do you like better?
So we did not decide to rank those in the ranking. We're gonna do 1 through 6 movies. We're not going to include the, as Nelson calls it, the cartoon.
Yeah, we don't.
I respect people who enjoy those things, so I'm going to call it the animated movie. But Nelson doesn't like cartoons.
No.
Which I'm not crazy about that stuff either, but I'm kind of willing to give this a try. I think I'll maybe watch it. Maybe. So
People
yeah.
say the same thing about like, oh, the Clone Wars. You got to watch the Clone. No.
People might say this.
I'm not watching it.
The Predator movies. So yeah, we did the 6 main movies. AVP, we'll talk about them briefly, but we're not going to include them in the ranking because if we're nothing but consistent, we didn't include them in the Alien franchise ranking, so we're not going to include them here. My thoughts on
Even though
those,
technically they probably are more Predator movies than Alien movies.
yeah, I agree with that. I liked them. I liked the first one a lot more. So I've recently rewatched all of them except for the first one because I've seen the first Predator movie about 7,000 times. So I've rewatched all the other ones, including recently rewatching AVP, both of them, and I like the first one better. I feel like I like it more every time I see it. I've seen it a few times now, and I do.
I agree with that. I remember being disappointed.
Yeah,
the first time, but I've watched it a few times since, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the second one. A lot of people do not like it like at all.
And you see, I like the last time we talked about them. I remember saying how, yeah, I don't understand the big deal. And then I recently watched it again. It's like, man, this isn't very good. So I guess it's
the camera's shaking because Nick keeps hitting the table.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And the camera is mounted on the table.
Sorry, everybody.
Hey, it's live.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's like a found footage.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't normally have it mounted on there, but I did today, and it was probably a mistake.
Yeah, sorry.
But you learn.
I'll figure it out. So yeah, I do like the AVP movies. I like the first one better. I like the Predators. Having the multiple Predators was awesome, and the fights between them. I remember you saying that they weren't long enough, or they weren't didn't go long enough. There weren't enough of them. Maybe
they killed off the Predators really quickly.
Yeah,
except for the one.
Yeah,
and it's because one Predator is always better. I think when you have multiple, it kind of takes away from certain things. Yeah. But in AVP Requiem, I just remember really thinking that Predator was badass. I loved him.
Yeah,
I mean, he goes out there and he's handling business.
He was good. And the humans in that one, like I didn't care about what they were doing. I didn't care about the kid having issues with bullies and girls, and I just wanted to watch the Predator rip some folks apart. So whatever, they were good. First one's better.
I agree with that.
So do you wanna get into it? Do you want to start getting into the meat and potatoes?
Sure.
So we're gonna start at the bottom, of course. My number 6 is which I'm sure is gonna be your number 6 as well, as the Predator.
Actually, that is not my number 6.
Really? I am shocked. I put the Predator at the bottom, and it's very simple. It's because it sucks. Because I don't like it very much. I remember watching this for the first time.
You got me to watch it, and you were like, dude, it's a fun movie. It's not perfect, but it's fun.
It was fun, but it doesn't, it's not good. Yeah. I guess it's kind of like the Jason X of the Predator movies.
Right.
Some of the stuff is neat. The Predator was cool. The big giant Predator towards the end was cool. The Predator. But there's just so much in it that had me rolling my eyes. So I did watch it. I watched it a while back, and then we watched it together. And you're right, I did get you to watch it.
Yeah,
like, come on,
that's the only time
it's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it probably was more fun watching it with someone else.
Right, we made fun of it,
crap on it. But I watched it again a couple of nights ago, and it's
pretty rough.
It's rough. The best part about it was that when they were in the lab. They've got him,
and he's like throwing people around.
Yeah, the gore in it is awesome. When it's because some of the gore was good and some of it was obvious CGI and it looked really bad. The blood effects and the splashes and all that stuff. But that scene was really neat. I really like Olivia Munn. I don't know why she walks around apparently with a microscope in her pocket. Like they're on an RV, which there's so much, like, wasn't this movie, like the production of it was really bad and it went through different.
I think it's a studio interference movie.
Okay.
I think because they had a bunch of reshoots and
some of the stuff just doesn't make sense.
Well, the editing, remember, like you see one guy and then the next scene, he's wearing something completely different. He comes from around the vehicle and he's like, hey, and he's got a machine gun. He's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, where'd he come from?
And I've got to be honest with you, about 3/4 of the way through, I stopped paying attention. But I do remember at some point a guy shows up in a police car that he apparently stole. They show up in a helicopter that they, like a news helicopter that they, like, it just a lot
Olivia
of
Munn
stuff.
Was a scientist, right?
She's a scientist, but
yeah,
also
she jumps on top of moving vehicles.
Has the ability to run down a predator, jump on top of a bus, fire a rifle, fight, all this other stuff. Just all of a sudden, she's the ultimate badass, which I'm okay with. But they don't really offer an explanation of how she got these skills. And again, the aforementioned, she just had a microscope with her in this RV that I don't know where they got the RV.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, but she's sitting down examining the predator's fluids with a microscope. Like, I guess she took it from the lab. She swiped it and
so that's more unrealistic than the predator dogs.
Well, there's certain things that you have to suspend belief.
I'm just messing with
We
you.
are definitely talking about an alien species movie.
So it's not my number 6. I'll say that. I have one that's
you
worse.
have a different number 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll reveal mine because I gotta keep the tension.
Right. Like,
because people are just waiting for it.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta keep them on the hook because I'm not doing it. So after the Predator, I struggled with 4 and 5 because I liked these two for different things. Ultimately, my number 5, I settled on Predators.
Okay, yeah. Look, I've seen it twice.
Yes.
The first time I saw it was with you. We saw it in the theater, and we were like hyped for that movie.
Yes, because it was supposed to be awesome.
Because it was supposed to be awesome.
Should have been awesome.
Robert Rodriguez directing it. All the things. Whoa, big shake. All the things.
Ensemble cast in the jungle again. We had waited for it for a long time.
It had been years since because they had the AVP movies.
Right.
But it had been years since there was just a Predator movie. And it felt like it was going back kind of to the roots.
Yeah.
But it was a little different with the...
I'm having trouble not touching the table. I like to lean.
I'm sorry. I can move the camera.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
I'll get the other mount if
it's
you
want.
Good. So all of those things, it should have been awesome. And I think it's awesome in concept with you get introduced to the multiple factions of predators and that's why it's called Predators, right? There's like kind of like good guys and bad guys or whatever. So all of these things in theory, the movie should be awesome.
Yeah.
But I just remember like being so like, is anything going to happen when the things that do happen were not very awesome? It's weird to describe.
For me, it was first of all, I like Adrian Brody. I think he's pretty good.
Miscast though.
Very, very badly missed. He's basically the Arnold, and he's not.
Right.
Like he's trying to fill the shoes of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's just not.
I mean, he's
they talk about all the work he put in the gym. He put on so many pounds of muscle, but they only show it at the end.
Right.
He takes all his gear off, and they show him jumping through the air in slow motion or whatever. He just never really filled the role.
But he's not convincing as a military tough guy.
Yeah.
Because he's not.
And he tried really hard. When I was watching it, I think I feel like I texted you that night. I was watching it, like the dialogue is so bad, and every other line is like a slow delivered one-liner, which you can do that if you're Arnold,
right?
In the original movie,
or Sly or whatever.
Not everything has to be. We gotta get off this rock, or
I remember him saying, "We're the game."
Yeah, we're the hunter. It just. You do it a couple times, okay, we get it, and then like every dialogue doesn't have to end with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was the biggest thing. It was just really, really disappointing. Like you said, we were expecting something awesome, and it just wasn't. Walton Goggins was in it. When I rewatched it, I forgot that he was in it. He was great. He was funny. The samurai, the Yakuza guy.
That's the best part of the movie.
Yes, when they face off and they're doing the sword thing, that was the best part of the movie. Lawrence Fishburne.
It's called the name of the movie is Predators, Chad.
Yeah. Lawrence Fishburne being trapped there for however many years or however many cycles or seasons or whatever. But he's like a big fat guy.
Yeah, he's all fat.
He's all surviving and living in this hollowed out thing and shut in. But he looks like me.
I remember in the theater when they show him, you and I were like, wait, I thought he's been here for years. Why is he fat? I mean, he's not eating Burger King.
He was eating well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, his character, he had lost his mind, was talking to people and tried to kill them all and everything.
But Lawrence Fishburne should have either lost some weight or they should have found somebody else.
They should have put somebody else in it. So yeah, it just really, it was.
Topher Grace was okay. I mean, I remember that surprise. I really didn't see that coming. It was almost like, why is he there?
That's something else that had kind of. I didn't remember that either.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so one other thing I liked about the movie is the throwback. Like they talk about the original, like in 1987 in Cambodia, or not Cambodia, but in wherever it was. They talk about that. Her tribe told stories about this thing that happened. So that was kind of neat. It wasn't Cambodia. It was
it's South America, isn't it?
Somewhere in South America. That's a shame that we don't know this. It's
tell you what though, if it was me and Dominic talking, this one would be like, oh, you mean you don't remember it's here?
I'd have it right on the it's different. It's different when you're
different
up
whenever you're
it's different when you're up in
when
front
it's
of
live.
The lights. So yeah, it did a couple of good things that were cool, but for the most part, it was a giant disappointment. Which brings me to my number.
Well, I can agree
4.
with those two being at the bottom.
Bottom two, definitely bottom two.
Yeah.
My number 4, I'm gonna put Predator 2 as number 4.
That's not my number 4.
It's the one that I've watched the least. It's the one that I was less familiar with. Okay, so fun fact, I read this that going back to The Predator, Jake Busey's character
Gary Busey? Oh wait, no, Jake Busey's in The Predator.
The Predator.
Okay.
His character's last name Keys. He was like one of the lab guys, one of the scientists.
That's his last name. Yeah.
It's Gary Busey from Predator 2. It's his son.
Oh, okay. That's neat. I like that.
Yeah, they never say it or whatever, but that's a fun little tidbit that I learned. Predator 2, watched this one again a couple of nights ago. It's a direct sequel to the first one. They at least did something different. Mm-hmm. It's in the jungle. You don't need to know how the Predators it's away from the jungle. It's in the city. It's in Los Angeles. It was made in 1990, but it's set in like
97
or 97.
Only 7 years in the future.
Right.
Kind of weird.
I thought that was kind of neat. That's something I hadn't remembered, like the dystopian future of 7 years from now. It was. They tried to do something a little bit different. The Predator was cool. He messed.
Well, here's the thing. It's Kevin Peter Hall again.
Yeah.
So you have the it feels familiar, right? It feels like the same Predator from the first movie, same type of movements, which he's just awesome. I mean, his presence, it's like, holy crap, that's the Predator,
Yeah.
right?
And they do what they did they keep him hidden for a
yeah,
really
they
long
keep him
time.
hidden
don't
for
really
most
see
of the
him.
movie.
Yeah.
I mean, even though they don't really have to, everybody knows what the Predator is at this point.
Yeah.
But they kind of keep it there because the characters don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the only one I rewatched for this.
Okay.
And it's same reason you did, because it's the one I'm probably the least familiar with. Like, for some reason, I didn't watch this one growing up.
Mm-hmm.
We just didn't watch it.
Same.
And it could be because it wasn't well received and most people, quote unquote, didn't like it. So I guess maybe that's why. I think the biggest issue with the movie is I think Stephen Hopkins just shit the bed with the directing. I think the directing is awful.
Yeah. It's pretty
there's
bad.
too much ADR. So they obviously had sound issues. So they had to go back into the studio and dub over the voices. And that is so distracting to me. I hate that in movies.
Mm-hmm.
So more than half of this movie's ADR, probably almost all of it. But just the directing was bad. Everybody's delivery of lines wasn't good. It just overall it's bad. And it's all good actors.
Yeah, I mean the girl is the girl from Running Man, right?
The Running Man, right? She was terrible.
She was bad. She was
Bill
really
Paxton
bad.
was. I mean, he was Bill Paxton,
he was maybe my favorite part. He was so over the top and ridiculous.
But I mean, that's how he is in everything.
You don't even realize that it's crappy directing because he's just being Bill Paxton.
And Gary Busey didn't get enough screen time to really be awesome.
Yeah.
Because that character had a lot of potential to be awesome. You know, he's a prick. It's Gary Busey, right? Playing a bad guy. I mean, he's still awesome the few times you see him. But I think the biggest flaw is the directing. I don't think it's the concept. I think it kind of like Predators. I mean, the biggest issue is it's just the execution, and they kind of missed it. You know, I think it's cool being between a gang war between the Colombians and the Jamaicans and the police and all of that. I'm fine with all of it. It just, I don't know, just
I liked it a lot better because I've seen it.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I have it higher than 4.
I liked it better this time around than I remember ever liking it. Like, I wasn't even gonna watch it again. I was gonna put it at the bottom, and I'm glad I didn't.
Me too.
Because I enjoyed it.
I didn't know if I was gonna put it at the bottom, but it was possible.
Yeah, it was gonna be bottom too. And then I mean at the end, all the different Predators come out. You know, people crap the bed when they saw that. Like, that
and
was
the
cool.
alien skull or the xenomorph skull.
Yeah, the xenomorph skull. Yeah. So it was. Yeah, I surprised myself with how high I ranked this one.
And I mean, look, I love Danny Glover.
Delivers one of the greatest lines in the history.
And he gets to say vagina face. Okay.
Yeah.
But even he wasn't all that good.
It was very
he was too much.
He walked into the room and
dude, all of his
over exaggerated. He
has no tactics whatsoever. It works in Lethal Weapon, but it doesn't work in this.
Yeah. But having said that, better than Predators, better than the Predator.
Yes.
So my number 3. This may be controversial, but again, I recently watched it and liked it way better than the first. Not that I didn't like it the first time, but Prey.
Okay.
Prey is my number 3. Different. It's a jungle setting, but it's back in, this was the 1600s, Native Americans.
16 or 1700 something.
This movie to me suffered from, I'm going to tell you what would have made it better. The movie should have been like the dialogue. Okay. It's Native Americans from the 1600s and they're speaking like we speak today. Not like the phrases that they use. And it's like just you and me having a conversation. Took me out of it at times.
Right.
I think that the movie should have been recorded, and I think they did, but I think it should have been
studio interference, right? They
interference.
didn't want it. They didn't want people to read subtitles.
It should have been in their native language, and it should have been subtitled. You could have cut out probably 50% of the dialogue, still knew what was going on, and I think it would have been a better experience because I liked it. The Predator was awesome. The setting was awesome. The whole, she's a hunter, he's a hunter, that kind of thing. One thing that I thought before watching it, I rolled my eyes, like, how is this 100-pound Native American girl going to defeat a predator? She didn't beat it up. She didn't kick its ass. She used her.
Well, yeah, they had to figure out a way for her to outsmart it, because even Arnold couldn't kick its ass.
Right. So and she did. Her brother helped, but she used her agility and intelligence and tactics, and she kind of defeated it. And I thought that was awesome. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Let's see what else I have here. I had to take notes because I forget things. The tomahawk on the leash I did not like.
I liked her brother. I remember her brother being bad to the bone.
Yeah, brother
and
was
having
awesome.
a good fight with the predator.
Yeah. I liked it. I think it's
there's a lot of bad
3.
CGI. I remember the animals looked terrible.
The lion looked really bad, but
so did the wolf. Wasn't there a wolf that looked terrible?
That's what it was, a wolf. But the scenery, it was a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
But some of the CGI definitely did suffer. But I liked the characters. I liked the girl. I liked the brother. I liked she was conflicted with the
right.
You can't be a hunter, you're just a girl kind of thing. That was I think that was well done. She had that conflict to deal with. I liked it. I liked it more than I thought I would, and as I was going through my ranking, it made it a little higher than I originally thought. Hey,
that's
buddy,
higher than what I have.
You cannot have my water.
Henry's made an appearance.
Speaking of predators,
this is what happens when you do a live.
As he dips his tail into my
get out of here.
My cup of beverage.
Go.
We should have him do a ranking.
Okay. Well,
so yeah, that's my number 3. So now we're up to our top 2. Anything else that you want to add about?
No.
Prey?
I've only seen Prey once, and I did enjoy it. But I've already said what I didn't really like about it.
Yeah.
I was bothered by the language. We talked about it. It should have been in their native tongue. I'm very annoyed right now, but I won't let that get us down.
That's right. We're going to finish the game. What was that from?
We're going to finish the game?
Yeah, let's finish the game. Ah.
I mean...
Not me. I shall finish the game.
I don't know.
That is Young Guns. It's either the first one or the second one. See what I did there?
It's one of the ones with Emilio
Estevez. One of the ones
with
when he plays Billy the Kid. It's either the first one
or the second one. So you did hear they're making a third one.
I did not hear that. That's awesome.
They are doing a third one.
I'll be watching that.
Yep.
So are we good? Are we back?
Yeah.
For sure?
I mean,
Chad?
nobody may be watching, but Chad, it's going to be recorded.
You still with us, Chad?
I don't think he is. He probably went on about his life.
Yeah, went on about his business. That's okay. We do it just as much for ourselves as for the fans. So
before we were so rudely interrupted by Riverside failing us, your number 2.
We were about to jump into number 2, the penultimate. Choice. Now listen. So let me say.
Look, I mean, there's only 2 movies left.
There's Predator and Predator Badlands. I had a difficult choice to make.
Okay, before you say anything,
yes.
If Predator is not number 1, I will probably punch you in the face.
That's okay. Good to know.
Okay,
good to know.
So
having said that, with fear of you all saw it, that's an assault. In Louisiana, that's an assault.
The threat of violence.
I had a difficult choice to make because
How was this difficult?
Well, I'll explain it to you. I watched Badlands again last night. I'd seen it once before. Watched it again last night.
You're right, Chad. That is very disappointing, especially to a 16-year-old boy.
Yeah.
At least I have a girl. I have an excuse. She's not interested in that. But
Yeah.
Alex should have been shown this.
That's a rite of
before.
passage. He should have seen it at this time. How old is he?
16.
He should have seen it as many times as we have ever. So yeah, Badlands. I love it. I love Badlands. It's my number 2.
Okay.
The original Predator is now and will always be the best one because it's the original. It's got Arnold. It's got all the awesome stuff. I'm getting ahead of myself. Badlands is going to be one of those movies that I can put on anytime and watch. I loved it.
Really? You feel that strongly about it?
Yes. After watching it again last night, I loved it. I was hooked from beginning to end. I think a lot of it has to do when the trailers came out for this. We thought neither one of us were very excited. We thought it was going to be
I avoided it.
poo-poo, yes. But then we started hearing one person watched it, said it was great.
Well,
And
Jeffrey from Red Dog Terrain was like, dude, this is good. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Jeffrey's smoking a little crack.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
as he does.
Then we heard
that's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Then we heard Donovan say, dude, the movie was awesome.
Right.
It's like, okay.
Donovan is we got to kind of take with a grain of salt sometimes because he gets excited.
He gets
about
very
things
excited, right?
That don't excite us.
Right.
Especially
especially with
he
Star
thinks
Wars.
Star Wars is awesome and it's not.
So you and I
We love you,
both,
Donovan.
Yeah, we do love you. We both were avoiding it for the same reasons. And
Yes.
look, not to mention, the trailer didn't look that good.
No, the trailer didn't. The trailer looked like a CGI. That was
Mhm.
the issue for me because the trailer was a lot of when he was fighting the tree creature thing
Yeah.
towards the beginning when he lands on the planet of Gina, which I actually remembered because I like the movie so much. It just didn't look great. It looked like a mess.
And the whole idea of him carrying around Elle Fanning and all, like,
Right.
none of it looked
Didn't look very appealing.
Yeah.
However, this movie has things in it that no other Predator movie has. You get to see them speak in their language and communicate with each other. Again, subtitled. The way she starts speaking with him, but it's explained like I'm gonna speak and you're gonna hear your language because she's a damn robot.
right.
Elle Fanning made the movie for me. She played the 2 characters. I loved her. She was like the precocious, innocent kind of version of the android, and everything was just kind of fun and games and jokes. And she reminded me of Ella Purnell. She was innocent.
Right.
She reminded me of Ella Purnell in the Fallout series. I loved her. She was funny. The movie was funny. The Predator was unintentionally funny.
Mhm.
Like when he killed the bone bison, and she was all excited and like, "What was your favorite part?" And he says, "When my blade pierced it in half and the blood was running down my face." Like, that's hilarious.
I like the fact that he was a runt.
He was a run. He had to prove himself, and he did.
Yeah. Let's not give away too much because Chad hasn't seen it yet, but the dad or his father and his brother were awesome.
Everything that happened from when the movie started until it ended is the reason why it's awesome.
Yeah.
The planet was alive and everything on the planet was trying to kill you, from the animals to the trees to the grass.
Which is what they try to do in Predators.
Yes, it's a much better version of Predators. The main character Deck was like the way they conveyed his anger and his rage, and so some of the CGI is still a little distracting, especially the face at times, but you've got to be able to convey the emotions that he was being able to convey, and the facial features and the way he would yell and the eyes and everything. It was like I felt like it was real, and like he was so angry, and I loved it. This
is the first time a Predator you actually see him going through something. All the rest of the time, he's just a killing machine.
Right.
So you didn't need to see him scared or distraught or whatever.
Because this movie was about him. It's
Right.
the first one, like you said, it's the
Where
first
he's the
one that it's
protagonist,
about
yeah.
the Predator. I loved it. I loved the
oh, you
Wayland
did.
Yutani
That's right. I'm
aspect.
sorry. Chad saw Badlands. He said he hasn't seen Prey.
He hasn't
That's what it
seen
was.
Prey. Okay,
Yeah.
so Chad knows what we're talking about. They brought the Wayland Yutani in, doing what they do best, trying to take biological living organisms and weaponize them.
So, are we going to have a crossover? That's the big question. We should. I mean, they wouldn't put that in here if they weren't planning on doing it again.
I think so. And then there's got to be more to it, because at the end of the movie, something happens where you're like, oh, he's got this other thing he's got to deal with now. The fight scenes between everything from between him and the brother to him and the nature to him and the dad at the end. Just if you watch it real close, they do some really, really cool stuff. The between the sword and all his other weapons, he has an Arnold moment where he prepares and makes his own weapons at the end to fight the androids and all that stuff. So it harkens back to the original, but it does its own thing, and it's all, like I said, it's one of those movies that I'm going to watch over and over again. I loved it.
Yeah, they did a great job with him being the runt and all of that.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, man, Elle Fanning is like really, really tall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's actually 5'9", so she is tall.
Mm-hmm.
And the actor is only 5'11", so he's my height or our height. We're basically the same height,
right?
So he's not small, but most people who played the Predator are like 6'4"
really
and
guys.
above, or 6'5" and above.
Unlike Jean-Claude Van Damme,
who was supposed to be the lobster,
he was 5 feet tall.
He's like what, 5'7", 5'8"?
I don't know,
something like that.
I was being humorous. So Predator Badlands was the biggest surprise, and it is my number 2 only because the original is the original.
Yeah.
So Predator, the original, is my number 1. It's the best one, but Badlands is my favorite. Does that make sense?
No.
It's Alien. It's
because
Alien all over.
Be.
It's Alien all over again. Alien 3 is not the best Alien movie. It's my favorite one. Star Wars Episode 4 is not the best Star Wars movie of the original trilogy. It's my favorite one. Badlands is probably not the best one. It's my favorite Predator movie.
Well,
but
that's a hot take.
Predator, the original Predator, my favorite one to watch. Maybe I'm not. No,
I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're saying it's easier to sit down and just throw on Predator Badlands than Predator.
Right.
And
maybe that has something to do with the fact that I've seen Predator
so many times.
And this is still fresh in you and exciting. Predator is the best Predator.
And here's where I wholeheartedly disagree. Predator is a borderline horror movie.
Yes. Yeah.
It's scary.
That's true.
The Predator is scary. You're seeing guys who are the best of the best of the best, sir.
Yeah.
Get just completely destroyed and, have no chance against this thing.
Not like a ragtag group, which is, again, what the Predator tried to do.
So I love that. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what makes Predator so special. You had Arnold, who was the man.
Right.
In 1987 or 86, whenever this came out, 87. And going against Kevin Peter Hall, who is a 7'1" Predator.
Right.
Like, I will watch that any day of the week,
mm-hmm.
and I will enjoy that more than Predator Badlands. Predator Badlands was just refreshing to me. It was fun.
Yeah.
And the best sequel.
By far.
Bar none.
Nothing's gonna come. Nothing came close so far.
But that's all it'll ever be to me is the best sequel.
And you can't have Predator Badlands without the original Predator. I agree. Predator is probably, if we had to sit down and make a top 10 list of movies that we can only watch these 10 movies for the rest of our lives, Predator would be in the running. It's, dare I say, a masterpiece.
It is. It's probably
really
the greatest
genre.
One of the greatest sci-fi movies ever made. There's no doubt. I mean, because it's sci-fi, but it's not. You know, like it feels more like, oh, maybe it's an action movie because of the soldiers.
It's the height of those over the top action movies, but it's done so well.
And let's just throw an alien creature in there.
Let's just throw an alien creature in there. And you don't know that. Like, I wonder, when this first came out, people watching it for the first time, did they even know what they were getting into?
They had no idea.
So,
no idea.
Predator is the number one. I knew that I would not be able to. I thought about it, but then I caught my head, and it is number one.
I'm not sure you'd have been able to come back in here if you would have said Predator.
Yeah, and I know that. I wanted to be invited back, so I made the right decision. That was part of it. Yeah, I mean, they will never be able to recreate that.
No,
it's just not gonna happen.
That's one of those lightning in a bottle deals.
Yeah,
they're never.
Happen. They tried, and that's where they're failing.
Right.
Is that they've tried?
Well,
Badlands came close.
Predators tried it, but didn't. I mean, they're like, okay, we got to try to get them back. We got to get back in the jungle. We need to try to capture that lightning, but just failed. You know, they just failed to do it. And Predator 2 said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do it in an urban setting.
Right.
And they failed, but not really. I just think that
the idea was great. Just some
right. It just kind of suffers from cheesiness, not so much what they were doing. So my list is number 6, Predators.
Okay.
I think that is just horrible.
That surprises me. I thought you would have had the Predator at the bottom.
Predator is number 5.
Yeah.
Only because we actually had fun watching it. When you and I rewatched Predators, I had no fun watching it.
Yeah.
I was bored to tears.
And we rewatched it in an attempt to like, okay, maybe it's not as bad.
Because it had been a couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's give it another chance. Yeah.
Because we watched it in my man cave at the other house, trying to go in with a fresh perspective and just bored to tears. Like, I just don't like it at all. The Predator, it's a mess. It's nonsensical in a lot of times. The editing is horrible, but we still had fun watching it.
Yeah. Plus Olivia Munn.
Number 4 is Prey.
Okay.
Number 3 is Predator 2.
Okay.
Number 2 is Badlands, and then number 1 is Predator.
Okay.
So there's no doubt Badlands is the best thing since the original.
I think it's enough to be said. A franchise this old with this many movies, the newest one is,
which is odd,
at the number 2 spot.
Yeah.
That's not a
because even
regular
Romulus, where they had all the potential in the world, they still didn't capture the best sequel after Aliens. You know.
Yeah.
So Predator 2, I did not dislike it as much as I thought I did after the rewatch.
Yeah.
And that's why I had to put it over Prey, because I remember really liking Prey, but not liking it enough to where I've only seen it once and I've never had a desire to watch it again.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, speaking of that, I brought props and we forgot.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to be showing these off.
I forgot the physical media guys when I
have not seen this.
I just got this a couple weeks ago. When we started talking about this, I ordered this off of Amazon, and it's weird because all the Blu-rays are first, and then all the 4Ks, but they're all out of order. I thought that was kind of weird.
And that's how they came?
Yeah, that's how they came. They're in the thing out of order. But I've watched them all. They all look.
You sure
great.
It wasn't used?
It was in a shrink wrap. I don't know. They work fine.
Did the digital code work?
Yeah, digital code.
Okay, well, if the digital code worked, it's not used, because what I've had happen to me 2 different occasions. I got movies that were shrink wrapped, saying, "Oh, it's new," and both digital codes didn't work. They had already been claimed.
Yeah.
So people buy them, claim the digital code, and then sell the disc.
Return
it or sell them.
Yeah. So everything works. They just thought that was kind of weird. They're out of order. This is also the Prey.
And you said it sounds awesome.
The audio on Prey and the audio on Badlands on the 4Ks are both fantastic.
Are they?
I was in my little setup that I have. I was dodging things and
So yeah, this one's Dolby Atmos. I'm sure Badlands is too.
yeah, it is. I believe it is.
Yep, both Dolby
So,
Atmos.
Yeah, the sound on both of them was great. I was scared that because the first time I saw Badland was streaming, I was scared that watching it on physical, watching the disc would be like the CGI would jump out a little bit more. It wasn't really that bad, and it was dark in parts, and maybe that's probably why trying to hide some of that stuff.
Talking about Prey or
Talking about
Badlands? Yeah.
But I mean, they're both fun. The audio was worth the price of admission. Just the audio was fantastic on both of them. So that's my opinion. I honestly thought we would have lined up a little bit.
Oh
more.
yeah, the fight with the loading robot. Yes.
Oh yeah, the whole,
very similar to Aliens.
very similar. Yeah, that's true.
And whenever I saw that thing, I was like, oh, here we go. They're gonna do it.
Yeah. And it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. I saw the comment fight with the loading robot, and I thought he was referring to the stream, like maybe something was loading.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm not. I wasn't. Sorry.
He's not very quick. This guy.
Like I said, it's been a long week. Yeah, there's so much to love about Badlands, but having said all that, Predator is the only one that I haven't rewatched within the last couple of weeks or so. So I'm gonna go home and
I want
put that
you.
on
Yeah,
tonight.
you need to rewatch it so you can get your head right.
Yeah.
About saying that Predator Badlands is your favorite.
I'm confident and I'm sticking with it. I think that Predator Badlands for now, tastes change, things change. I might watch the original tonight or over the weekend,
and you're gonna be
change
like,
my mind.
"Damn,
what was I thinking?
This is
Can I
awesome.
go back and re-record this mess? This
Nelson, we need to edit.
Yeah,
it's bad enough. I'm gonna have to edit all this because
I have to splice it.
I got 2 different streams now.
Yeah, sorry. It wasn't my fault.
No, it wasn't his fault. It wasn't even the internet's fault. Last time it was the internet's fault.
Mm-hmm.
This time it was Riverside.
RIVERSIDE Riverside.
Yeah, that's very annoying.
Yep,
Very
sorry.
annoying that happened.
But thanks our one viewer for
yeah, Chad. Thanks for hanging out.
You're the man. And Alex too.
Oh yeah,
Alex might have stuck around.
So now they're watching Predator. So go enjoy the movie, Chad. Everyone else, you'll probably see this after it's not live.
Mm-hmm.
So like, subscribe, tell your friends. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
See ya.